What's up, everybody? Primetime CP23 here, back with another starter build guide for Season 23 of Diablo 3. Today we're taking a look at the Barbarian, which is going to start off with the Wrath of the Waste set. By far the best starter set this season. Easy GR20, easy path to clearing super high grader rifts. Barbarians have got it good this season. Barbarian is the class that I'm going to be starting with this season. This is basically exactly the build I'm going to be running. Hopefully I'll have a little more gear than this when I start trying to do my GR20, but we'll see what happens. Before we get into today's video, please remember to hit that subscribe button if you've been enjoying the content, if you've been enjoying the starter build guides for this season. And of course, like today's video if you want to see more. Leave a comment down below with what class you're going to be starting in Season 23 with, and let's get right into the video. As I stated earlier, Barbarians are going to be starting with the Wrath of the Waste set. Going to increase the power of your rend, basically, and basically all season, all you're going to do is rend. Whirlwind is just there for movement speed, honestly. As always in our starter guides, we are using all rare level items with marquee level gems, no legendary gems, and in today's episode we are only using 3 pieces of the Wrath of the Waste set. Ring of Royal Grandeur is the only beneficial item we have in the cube. The other 2 items are for skills that we are not using. No beneficial Paragon except for movement speed, because life without movement speed sucks. Jumping into the skills, your main damage dealer is going to be Rend with the Bloodbath rune. Then we've got Whirlwind with the Wind Shear rune. This is going to be your main movement through the rift. And in the GR20, Whirlwind does do a little bit of damage. Not a whole lot, but it does do a little bit. It also helps keep up your damage reduction. Ground Stomp with the Wrenching Smash rune. Warcry with Veteran's Warning, Furious Charge with Dreadnought, and Wrath of the Berserker with Insanity. Once you reach level 70 with your Barbarian, you can go and create a new level 1 Barbarian and roll shards until you get a Band of Might. I believe I heard on average it takes something like 2,000 blood shards to get this. I don't think it actually takes quite that many most of the time, but it is what it is. Band of Might is the only legendary ring in the level 1 item pool at Kadala, so that does give you a pretty good chance, and it's going to give you 80% damage reduction. I am not actually using a Band of Might in this GR20. You don't really need it, but moving forward into the season, it's going to be a pretty helpful item to have. Passives, we're using Nerves of Steel, Rampage, Unforgiving, and Ruthless. Now, if you're going to start with Barbarian in Season 23, like I said, the one thing you're going to want to do is make sure you get your hands on a Band of Might. And another thing you're going to want to do so that you can drop the Unforgiving passive, which allows you to no longer degenerate Fury. Instead, you generate 2 Fury every 1 second. This means even before you start hitting enemies with Wind Shear, you're already going to be gaining Fury. Instead, you're going to want to have the Bulkathos set as soon as possible. Bulkathos set increases Fury generation by 15 and gives you a big attack speed and movement speed buff while Whirlwind. Once you get the Bulkathos weapons, you can drop Unforgiving for Berserker Rage or probably Inspiring Presence if you're after a little more toughness. But in the GR20 that you're currently watching, I am just using rare mighty weapons. For stat priorities, attack speed is always a good one, crit hit chance is always important, and honestly that's about it. This is a pretty basic, pretty easy GR20, and you should be able to handle it pretty easily, especially once you get a couple of legendaries into your character. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're as excited as I am for Season 23. As I said earlier, please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you've been enjoying the content. Leave a comment down below with what class you're going to be starting with in Season 23. And finally, like this video for the YouTube algorithm. So until next time, this is Primetime CP23, and we out.